You think your identity is solid. It feels stable, continuous, safe. But strip away just one thing, your memories, and watch everything collapse. Because maybe, just maybe, you are not a soul. You are not a personality. You are not a destiny. Maybe you are nothing more than a collection of remembered moments. And if they vanish, who exactly remains? In our last few videos, we looked through the power of names. We talked about how they shape our character. But let's ask a bigger question. What actually forms a personality? What makes you, you? Where does your identity really begin? There isn't just one answer to this. History is full of philosophers who gave their own answers. Take social constructivism. It says you are a product of society, your language, your environment, the roles you play. They all combine to make you who you are. Then you have the existentialists. They throw the ball right back to you. They say, you are the result of your choices. Every single day you create yourself anew through your decisions. Or look at the theory of psychological continuity. It says identity is a pattern. Your thoughts, your emotions, the consistency of your behavior. Basically, it is your inner rhythm. But John Locke, one of the fathers of empiricism, got much more specific. He said your memories create your identity. If you can remember yesterday, then you are still the same person today. Sounds logical, huh? Until you ask one terrifying question. What happens if you lose your memories? There are countless stories and books about this topic, but today I want to talk about Christopher Nolan's film Memento, because this isn't just a crime story, it is a visual essay. It explores memory, identity, and the nature of knowledge, and it digs into some other fascinating questions too. I'm sure you've seen it. Spiritual movements, famous philosophers, everywhere. They all preach the same thing. Live in the moment. Meditation masters, motivational speakers, even Instagram quotes. They all whisper the same advice. Let go of the past. Don't worry about the future. Just be here, now. They say the present moment is magic. It's where you find peace. It's where you find enlightenment. Because here, you are free from the heavy weight of memory. We will dive deeper into that idea in future videos. But ask yourself this, what if living in the moment wasn't a choice? What if it was forced? What if you couldn't go back, couldn't learn from your memories, couldn't build a future? What if your consciousness was stuck in the now, even if you didn't choose it? Because there is a massive difference between staying in the moment and being trapped in it. The first is a choice. The second, that is a prison. In the film, our main character is Leonard Shelby. After a severe head injury, he suffers from anterograde amnesia. He partially remembers his past, but he can't hold on to anything new. Every 15 or 20 minutes, his mind resets. Leonard lives in a permanent now. He has no past. He can build no future. To save his identity, he turns his body and his surroundings into an external hard drive. He tattoos facts onto his skin. He takes Polaroid photos. He scribbles notes on the back. It reminds us of the extended mind theory. Leonard's mind isn't inside his brain anymore. It lives on the papers in his pocket, on the photos on the wall, on his own skin. Look at us for a second. We don't remember phone numbers anymore. We don't remember birthdays. We don't even remember directions. We outsource everything. At some point, your phone isn't a tool anymore. It's basically your external brain with low battery anxiety. But here is the most terrifying part. A man without memory is wide open to manipulation by others and by himself. Leonard is what we call an unreliable narrator. We believe his notes. Why? Because we have no other choice. He even says it himself. I trust my notes. But by the end of the film, we learn the truth. Leonard sometimes lies to himself on purpose. He twists the facts to escape the pain of the past. He invents a fake purpose, and that forces us to ask a huge question. Is our personality made of objective facts, or is it just the stories we tell ourselves? The way this movie is structured, backwards, is no accident. We watch the events unfold from the end to the beginning. It puts us right inside Leonard's head. Soren Kierkegaard once said, "Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards." Usually we know the cause, and then we see the effect. But here, it's flipped. We see the result, but the cause is missing. Every scene drops you in the middle of nowhere. No context, just confusion. Take the whiskey bottle scene. It is the perfect example. Leonard is sitting there, holding an empty bottle. He thinks,
I don't feel drunk.
But then the scene rewinds, and we realize he wasn't drinking. He was using the bottle as a weapon for self-defense. You see, without context, the now loses its meaning. Or worse, we get it completely wrong. Memory isn't just about the past. It is the only way to understand the present. It is the only way to predict the future. Philosopher Richard Hanley put it this way: we see ourselves as the main character of a story. Our identity is a narrative, where we came from, where we are going. But Leonard, he can't build that story. He is reborn every few minutes, but he never moves forward. His life is just a pile of film clips. Cut, cut, cut. Nothing connects. And this brings up a heavy ethical question. If you can't remember your actions, are you responsible for them? Leonard hurts people. He even kills innocent people. But if I don't remember doing it, if I have no psychological connection to the me from yesterday, am I really the same person? Philosopher Michael McKenna calls this impaired agency. Leonard tries to build an artificial conscience with his system, but that system is fragile. It gets hacked by others and by himself. Leonard wants justice, but without memory, he becomes a blind weapon. He can't learn from his mistakes. He can't feel regret. He can't change. And that forces us to question the very core of personality. To be human means to learn and transform. In the film, his body becomes his only stable archive. The brain forgets. The skin remembers. That sentence tattooed on his chest, it becomes the center of his universe. But even this truth is fragile. It cracks easily. In the end, Leonard changes his own notes. On purpose, he ensures the hunt never ends. Why? Because the truth would steal his reason to live. And that leads us to a crushing conclusion. Sometimes, to protect who we are, we twist who we are. Memory isn't just a recording device. It isn't a camera. It is a creator, an editor. We edit our own past. We rewrite the script. We do it just to keep our current self from falling apart. So the question is still there, standing tall. Are you just a sum of your memories? Or are you the story you tell yourself? The scary part isn't forgetting. It's confidently remembering something that never happened. And if that idea feels uncomfortable, good. That means it touched something real. If you're still here, leave a like. And if you want to go deeper, subscribe. Now let's go one step further. What if all your memories turned into fiction? What if nothing was remembered exactly as it happened? Because if we are honest, every time you recall a memory, you rewrite it. You are wearing a mask, a persona built from edited highlights and hidden shadows. You twist the facts to escape the pain. But let's imagine the absolute worst case scenario. What if the editor inside your head goes blind? What if the script is thrown into the fire? What if everything was forgotten? If you strip away the name, the history, the trauma, and the triumphs, does the self just evaporate into nothing? Or is there something else underneath all those stories? A silent observer, a shadow that remains even when the light of memory goes out. If you have no past to anchor you and no future to aim for, would you still be you? Think about that tonight, and I'll see you in the next video.